It's an absolute pleasure to have you with us, Chris. So I'll hand over to you.
Great. Great. Thanks, Richard. And thanks for having me. Good to meet you all. Um, I will dive into my presentation. Okay. You can see that. Yeah. So my name's Chris Broadbent. I come from a very sporting background. I worked in sport for a good uh, gosh, it's more than 25 years now. And that's at all levels really, from like elite sports, high performance to early years activity as well. Just these two pictures here, just to help articulate some of my bigger moments in sport. So that me on the left there, that's me at the Athlete Village at the Beijing Olympics in 2008, where I was the athletics media manager. And on the right is me as the press conference manager at the beach volleyball, which, as you can imagine, was a really tough gig, but I toughed it out. So I mean, sport's played a big part in my life, and I've just seen in person the power of sport to inspire and thrill people. So when I moved to Devon about 10, 11 years ago now, I got involved with the Southwest Youth Games, which is, as you can imagine, is like a mini Olympics. It was different teams representing different districts of Devon and of Cornwall as well, competing in what we do across multi-sport activities. So there's teams from Plymouth, Exeter, North Devon, Torbay, Teambridge, etc., and Cornwall, competing in sports like netball, cricket, exactly as you imagine it, a mini Olympics. It's a fantastic day that took place for several years. But to reach a certain point, the last edition was it was 2018, the last edition. And whilst it was a great day, there's a few things that just stuck out for me from that day. At the end of the day, we had loads and loads of single-use plastic left all over the place, unused really. We had generators chugging away with fossil fuels, and we also had loads and loads of leftover medals and the like, which we imported from thousands and thousands of miles away. So just a sense that actually it was about the same time where there was the start of the school climate strikes, and we started to think about are we really doing what is most relevant to young people? And that is, are we tackling climate action? There was that side of things, but also I overheard a conversation at the netball between two girls who'd been doing the netball competition. They said, "Well, that was great. I'll see you again next week at the league meeting." And it just gives us that sense that actually, what are our actual outcomes here? We're putting on a great sports event here, which people love. Um, but we're just actually preaching to the converted. And are we actually making any difference? What the outcomes that we're doing? So it just took us back to the drawing board on what we're doing. And if we're going to put all the effort into an event like this, what's the outcomes going to be? And this is what we came up with. We came up with Planet Earth Games. We looked at other events out there that had a dual purpose. So things like the Invictus Games. And the likes of and events like that just inspired us, the Paralympics and the rest. And just we came back to this, the Planet Earth Games, which is about bringing together sports and sustainability, and using sports platform as the vehicle to drive change towards a more sustainable lifestyle. I mean, we did road test this brand with people. We put the brand out there, and people did get straight away that it spoke to them intuitively about it was to do with sports and it was to do with sustainability. One person got back and said it sounds like a load of woke nonsense. So I think he's right. It was, yeah, he got it. So at least he got it. That's the main thing. It might not have been his thing, but he got it. So that's the main thing. So we've thought carefully about how we frame Planet Earth games and how we engage people. And we're surrounded by a lot of overwhelmingly negative noise around the climate, and pessimism and extreme activism as well. Some of the and there's a place for that. There's a place for uh, Extinction Rebellion and these type of campaign groups, but we just felt that it's not for everyone, and it does alienate a lot of people as well. So we feel that we have to just think very carefully about how we pitch what we're trying to do to engage people with environmental sustainability. And if we find that by using the word crisis, I'm not sure it helps. We'd rather people called it a climate challenge. We're facing a challenge ahead of us to motivate people. By calling it a crisis, feels like it's a done deal, and it's like, oh, how are we going to get over this one? It leaves people feeling hopeless. We want to give people a bit of hope in what we do, so we thought about that carefully. And we also dig into nudges. Green nudges is what we do. So we like to nudge people along rather than berate people and tell them what to do. We nudge them along. So we think it's really important to give people a positive. We believe in the more good people out there than bad people, overwhelmingly. And if you give people a positive choice to make, they will take that positive option. So it's about just nudging people, even at work, at school, wherever you are, giving people a positive option to make that will not hurt them too much, but is better for the greater good. And we also thought about gamification, how gamification is an effective tool, using the tools of sport, really, the tools of points and recognition and competition to motivate people towards behaviour change. It's a very effective tool, and there's loads of academic studies that tap into how gamification is a really effective tool. Personally, I'm a big user of Strava, and that motivates me on how to my cycling and running, and I can see how I measure myself against other people. It's an extra motivational tool to encourage me to do that, to do that behavior, to go out and get fit. And of course, sport itself is in this multimedia world where we're all experiencing a more personalized version of the media, and a rather a silo experience at times. Sport still has that power to unite people and to bring people together in that single moment and watch things together and have those water cooler moments. So the Paris Olympics last year, 84% of the global population watched the Paris Olympics. It still has that power to inspire people and bring people together. The other thing we've used to cite something directly is the Positive Communication Toolkit that's developed by a group called Conservation Optimism and the University of Oxford. And I'd encourage you to seek out this one, because it really is, if you're passionate about climate change and taking climate action, as I am, it can be very easy to get drawn into quite heated debates about it. But this is about how you frame it positively, and about keeping hope in climate conversations, and that change is possible and it is happening. And don't leave audiences feeling hopeless that you talk to, and don't divide people as well. It's a really useful tool to look at this. So that's really that was lots of our thinking when we created Planet Earth Games, and we have been through some different incarnations. We went through a pandemic version where we delivered a virtual competition, and it reached a million people. Actually, it was crazy how it tapped into people. We've been through a few incarnations. We have delivered a physical version in Exeter. We've worked in the education program in education for several years, and we've delivered plugging programs as well. But I think this is more about the pitch of what we do, and I think this is better summed up by our beliefs and how we deliver Planet Earth Games. So this is the first one. There's a symbiotic relationship between human health and environmental health. And what we mean by that is that that if people are to engage with the environment more closely, connecting with nature, they're much more likely to want to preserve nature and conserve it. And it's also good for their well-being as well to be connected to nature. So we believe there's a symbiotic relationship there. If the environment's healthy, people will be healthy. And also, sustainability can be fun. It can be actually fun. It can feel like it's overwhelming, and it can feel like it's a sacrifice, but actually it can be fun. It can be fun trying new food, trying vegan food. It can be fun going for a cycle instead of driving to work. It can be fun doing sustainable things. It can be fun going on a litter pick together. It's really important that it feels like fun. And also, everyone can play a part. We recognise that nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not a vegan. I do things that sometimes aren't particularly sustainable, but everybody can all do a bit at least. We don't berate people. We don't make people feel bad about their behaviour. We don't expect perfection. We think everyone can play a part in this, no matter where you are on your journey towards being sustainable. And here's just some of our programs. We've worked in education for several years. Part of that was working with the Youth Sport Trust. And as part of the Birmingham Commonwealth Games Legacy Project, we helped train 450 school sport organisers across the country that reach millions of young people, so they could deliver sport more sustainably in schools and secondary schools. And we also work with AOC, that's the Association of Colleges, the national membership body for colleges and further education across the UK. And what that involves is every year we have a competition where from January through to Earth Day, it's just completed now, Earth Day on the 22nd of April, colleges take part, they enter, and their students and staff take part in various challenges, some of which we set, but the real magic comes in their ability to create challenges themselves on campus and in their communities. So, for example, colleges will do things like, the obvious ones are litter pick, but they'll organise Cycle to College Week. Some of them will use it to organise sustainable sports days. Other ones have used it to build, one of my favourite projects was building a jungle gym, and that was an outdoor well-being space created from materials that would otherwise go to landfill to build a jungle gym as an ongoing legacy project. And through the course of this as well, because we're working with young people and they're leading on a lot of the activities at a local level, we're also developing those green leadership skills for the future as well. Another program we have, the biggest plogging program in the UK. We have groups in London, in Bristol, and in Exeter. And plogging is picking up litter and jogging, and that's a perfect Planet Earth Games activity because it brings together physical activity and well-being with taking environmental action. And we like plogging. We chose to deliver plogging because we feel it's a great entry point for people who are looking to live more sustainable lifestyles. It's community-based. They can make immediate impact on their local community, and they connect with like-minded people to support their well-being and have those conversations around climate action as well. And we also have a workplace program as well, and that's where we delivered this for the first time last August. It's coming up again in June, and that's a month of challenges, 30 challenges across June, where we encourage workplaces to sign up for as little as £299 for the whole staff team. And they take part in challenges, and through our website, staff take part in challenges, send their submissions, and they score points. There's live leaderboards for small, medium, and large businesses. And all the challenges are themed around the UN Sustainable Development Goals and help businesses towards net zero and conservation targets. And we chose June this time around because June is a strong environmental month with World Ocean Day, Bike Week, Wellbeing Week, World Environment Day, lots of things that are relevant to environmental action in June. Just some of our outcomes, really. Just to talk you over some of our outcomes. I mean, working with the colleges in particular, we've had over 50,000 sustainable actions have taken part as a result of our work with the colleges. Our plogging program now has delivered 60 events, and hundreds of kilos of litter have been collected that would otherwise might have gone into our waterways or into our nature. And there's actually some surprising outcomes from what we do as well. We found that the byproducts of, because of our offer, we've been able to reach people that other organisations, other sports organisations in particular, have found it hard to reach. Those hard to reach demographics. So we've been able to reach. We know that we're particularly good at reaching women. We're also very good at reaching ethnic minorities. We're also very, very good at reaching through the colleges program. We've been very, very good at reaching people with learning difficulties as well, because it's a very accessible program as well. And we've also found this for the first time this year. We were approached by one of the colleges who work with a prison, and we had prisoners taking part in Planet Earth Games and engaging in Planet Earth Games this year. So we've been very, very good at reaching the people that other organisations have difficulty reaching. And this really is our call to action for people. It's about using sport in a positive way to give the planet a sporting chance. So let's give the planet a sporting chance. This is me. You can contact me. You can find out more on connect with me on LinkedIn or email me direct if you're interested in Planet Earth Games. At the moment, we are, like I say, we're looking for people, organisations who want to sign up for our workplace competition in June. We're looking for, or anybody else who might be looking for any potential partnership opportunities to work with Planet Earth Games. We're Devon-based, but we've got a national reach with our work, and I'm sure you recognise it's a very scalable project we have. So thanks for your time, and I'm happy to take any questions from anyone.